Okay, we're live right now. We apologize. We had technical difficulties while we weren't on here, but we were streaming live right now at WRBL.com. Cody Nichols is giving us updates on social media. What we're seeing is some broad circulation in here, and on the back edge of this rain wrap, possible tornado seen, spotted, and confirmed south of Beauregard. Cody is tracking this, and Cody, if we can get a little bit closer here, right along Alabama 51, what we were looking at earlier is a debris signature with this radar, where we could kind of dissect the storm horizontally and vertically and see what's going on, and even seeing debris. Perhaps even go into the correlation coefficient one more time to see if there's anything. Yeah, you're right, not much going on there right now. So it's possible that this tornado, which was confirmed, has literally perhaps just weakened a little bit. We'll go to velocity now. Let's just see what we have on velocity. And there you go. And we do have some circulation still continuing. We can zoom in right here as Cody's bringing it in. Not terribly impressive as it was, but it is rather broad, as Cody pointed out. And on the back edge of that, we did have this confirmed tornado. So if you're in a Beauregard area, still you want to stay in your safe place right now. That means you want to stay covered, hunkered down. This, by the way, is all south of Lee Road 146. So folks at Lee Road 146, you're okay. This is south of there, but there's still potential damaging wind with this storm as it continues to track north and eastward, right along the northern parts of this polygon. We look at this where the tornado warning track is located, and this takes us even around Alabama 169. So with this circulation, with this tornado warning, we did have confirmed, and even I think, Cody, you said it was they spotted it. We had somebody who spotted it.
Well, I believe it was the correlation coefficient.
Okay, that's what they're going by. Okay, and that means that they could see debris being lifted up. Now, could it be trees? Could it be something else like that as well? That's possible. We're also streaming right now at WRBL.com. And again, thanks for joining us, and sorry that it's taken us so long to get on air here, but we're at the mercy of technical difficulties sometimes. Okay, here we are looking at this continuing to drift north and east a little bit. And I'm going to widen out just one bit. We're going to look at, this is what's velocity. We can see they are moving in and away from the radar. I'm not seeing any couplet or circulation at this point, but I can show you the radar for sure, and you can see where that is. This is the southeast part of Lee County. This is not Auburn, and Auburn's up here, so you guys are okay. It's not Opelika, but if you're in Smith Station, I would still just take cover with this storm. There could be some strong winds with this, again, damaging winds as it continues, and it looks like it would even be north of Crawford. But Crawford, just stay with us here. The area that we're looking at for circulation is farther north, by the way, around Beauregard. So this is quite a distance from Crawford, well north of Highway 80. And if it continues on this track, and which we're going to be watching this, it would go right into the Smith Station vicinity possibly. So if you're in Smith, Alabama, this could come up to around Central Time in Lee County, southern Lee County, around midnight, a little after. So I would just find a place, you know where your safe place is, and stay with us. We're not going to leave you. Once we're here, we're on it. So we take a look at this storm continuing to move eastward. We look at Moffitt's Mill, again, taking you straight up around midnight. This is Central Time, of course. We're not looking at Eastern Time. And I'm even surprised. How fast is this moving? Because this looks like it's kind of slowing down a little bit.
40 miles per hour.
Yeah, it is kind of slow considering. I'm surprised. Well, this particular thunderstorm with rotation did develop a tornado. We had reports of it if you're just joining us. And it's just south of Beauregard right now. And it continues to move almost on a perfect east track. And again, if you're anywhere along Highway 169, just to the east of over here, you want to get in your safe spot. Crawford, at this point, you're okay. If it continues east like this, folks, if you get into Smith Station, the polygon doesn't go that far, but it's something we want you to just keep a watchful eye on. It puts you on the extreme outside eastern fringes of that. So if you're in Smith Station, just kind of hang with us a little bit. Ladonia, I wouldn't worry, but you want to maybe just keep your radios handy, keep us handy, or if you're live streaming, you can do that as well at WRBL.com or social media. Okay, say it one more time, Jack. I got my producer here. Yeah, and let's just give you some of these things. So what do we do if we're in these areas here right now? The safe place to be is underground, a shelter, or some kind of underground facility. Not many basements around here, but if you do have a small windowless room, in other words, enough walls between you and the outside is the best place to be. If anybody in this track, and this would just put it just to the west of Smith Station, easily said than done, but if you're in some kind of a mobile home, best to get out of that mobile home and into a more safer location if you can. and an area that you could protect yourself. And whether it is somewhere where it's a divot or underground or some kind of ditch, we would prefer you to do that than stay into a mobile home. But again, I'm going to show you those areas in just a bit. But here it is again. We're going to look at the velocity here. And again, not much to see. And I don't even know if it looks like we're somewhere down here now. If that's
somewhere right here.
Right there, yeah. It kind of moved, drifted a little south and east now. So if we're in Griffin Mill, those tornado tips we just gave you around Prince Crossroads, let's go, if this is still, now it looks like it just changed direction, Cody, drifting a little south and east here.
Yeah.
It is within the polygon. National Weather Service is doing a good job on that, keeping it there. Let's go from this point and track it at, you were saying, I still think if we're looking at 45 miles an hour at ground level. 40 away from radar. And let's go here, Moffitt's Mill. Okay, so this would be good. It doesn't have this going as far east to Smith Station or Mott's Mill, but we're going to track it this way for you just to give you some idea of the rate that it's moving. If it's 53 minutes after the hour now, it could be bringing it up for within the next hour at this rate at 40 miles an hour. It may weaken, it may not, but folks, it's just good just to be, just Smith Station would take us after the midnight hour, after about 10 minutes after. So this is all Central Time now, and it's 53 minutes after the hour. So just so you know, of 11 o'clock Central and midnight after, coming up on the 1 o'clock hour. So this is the central part of Lee County right now. Auburn, you're okay. Anybody watching, tuning in, we're streaming right now on our Facebook. I'm going to take a couple questions here and see if there's anybody that's saying anything. Mandy Rowell said just loud thunder and seal that they have, but that is not associated with this at this point. And it's good to see everybody out here. Quent this morning, Robert Hill. If anybody has any questions or hears anything out there or heard any reports on maybe your social media accounts, and if they're legitimate, if you can let us know in this vicinity. It isn't very populated at this point, but our friends in Beauregard, easier said than done, this is south of you, and it's now coming in an area south and east and just to the east of 51 here, so right about in this area. So that's why we're not seeing too much, but we do have a lot of folks out there. We got some local farmers here as such, and we want to keep an eye on those for our friends here. As it continues to drift a little bit south and east at 40 miles an hour, it would continue on that track. We do break it out to the western or the eastern periphery of this polygon till around the midnight hour Central Time. So anybody in this direct line or path. So I think the best way of looking at it, let's put exactly where we think this rotation is again, Cody. Maybe go back to velocity because the radar just not looking that good. We'll wait for the next swipe out of Max. Is this Maxwell Air Force Base?
Maxwell is correct.
Okay, good. So we're at Maxwell. Here is our velocity. Here's our circulation right around it. And as we see the air moving away, it continues to move off to the east. And again, we may be a little bit premature pulling it this far east, but I think it's just necessary at this point to let you know if we'll take it to Smith Station, let's just say, just to give you an idea how fast it's moving, about 40 miles an hour would be after the midnight hour local time, Central Time for our friends here in Lee County. So it looks like it has weakened. It was confirmed. We did see a confirmation based on what we call correlation coefficient, and this is what Cody has up right now, and that would take it, which I don't even see it, well, yeah, we'll take the banner off, possibly in this area right around here. It's hard to detect if there's any debris right now, and it may not be in an area that's very populated. But what we did see earlier, look, we'll go back. Yeah, let this rotate again in time. Stop it right there. Very good, Cody. This right here, certainly to us as meteorologists, when it was southwest of Beauregard, and we're going to watch this area. If anybody on social media watching me right now, Chief Meteorologist Bob Jeswald's page at Facebook, we are live streaming. Also, if you're watching us at WRBL.com, our PMB broadcasters too, Q1073, did not have a chance to give them a call, and I apologize. Hopefully they're on. We do live stream, and we do start a live simulcast in there as well. You can also catch that. But any kind of communication you have, the good news is I'm seeing this weakening. But southwest of Beauregard earlier, there definitely was more than just a signature. There definitely was some debris that was detected that was lifted in the atmosphere, detected by the radar.
Tornado warning for Barber and Bullock.
Okay, now for our friends in Eufaula, I know, here we go. For our friends down there who want to know what's going on, we're checking that out. Now, this is starting to show some circulation on the southern end of this. This is just, again, nothing surprises us with these storm systems these days. But, again, as it starts to come into this atmosphere, everything starts to share a little bit. And could it be because we have these strong southerly winds ahead of this, and at the angle it's coming in tilted is what's causing these storms to spin this early in the morning is possibility. And right now, let's go down to Barber County. Let's see what we can find here. Cody, go ahead and see what we Okay, we're in Barber, and we're talking about Macon County too, or just Barber County?
Barber and Bullock.
Bullock, there you go. That's why, okay, because I'm looking at the wrong one. Here's Hurtsboro right now, and we're looking at Bullock County and Barber County to the south. We get down near Midway. Right in this area right here is where we're seeing some rotation, and we can zoom in a little bit closer to it. It's interesting on the northeast flank of that too, how you get that thunderstorm, even away from the actual circulation of this. This looks pretty similar to what we have up in north central Lee County. Now, we're not on Lee County right now because we're not seeing any evidence of that tornado. It likely hits just weekend, and that's good news for Lee County.
We have a new tornado warning for Russell County.
Now, Russell County, that would be possibly the same one up there, but we'll go up there on that same line.
Tornado was located near or 7 miles northwest of Russell County Sports Complex or 10 miles southwest of Smiths.
Okay, so we'll
Moving east at 50.
Since this isn't heavily populated, not leaving you guys out here in Bullock County,
here.
I need to get back up in Russell County. So here we go. Considerable amount of lightning with this one. This perhaps has a little bit more energy as a result of all this lightning. We are streaming to at Facebook, WRBL.com, Q1073 FM. Let's take this off for a minute, and we want people to get in their safe spots immediately. This one here, at this juncture, the Lee County one, I'm not focused on because we're not seeing evidence of that. Not seeing too much. We're seeing evidence down here, but this one here has me a little concerned.
Ooh,
there it is.
Yep.
We do got something significant. This, to me, is a little bit more impressive. There's the one. Now, it looks like it's wrapping up in Lee County, too. You want to highlight that. So we may have two things going on, but this one here is definitely more impressive. This is south of Crawford. Now, we got two, we're thinking, indicated tornadoes here. This one was confirmed earlier through correlation coefficient. South of Crawford, these are the same areas just about a month and a half ago, you remember, that were impacted by a tornado. And this, in fact, looks pretty impressive in circulation on radar. Let's track this, get right down to street level, Cody, on this, because I want to track this for everybody, let them know what to expect. We're going to get right down to the street. Let's get, and we have another one down here. I see some circulation to the south. Yeah, all along this line, we got the circulation for crying out loud. Okay, let's go up a little bit. Just
Which
to the
storm
north.
do you want?
It's just south and west of Crawford, right here. I want to get the street level right here. Just zoom right down, right where the circulation is, between Hughley Road. Hughley was impacted by a tornado just a month ago, and it's out of the Hughley Road area for you guys, just so you know, so you're safe. But now let's see if we can track to get a little closer. You can get closer than that. It'll give you right down the street. Let's get right to these streets. Tilt it up straight. Let's go face instead of angle. I'm sorry to be such a pain here, but okay. And we got Ferris Road here. If you're in a Ferris Road area, now this road here, this is lane. I'm trying to think what lane this is.
We have a confirmed tornado back in Barber and Bullock.
Okay, Barber and Bullock confirmed. Okay, so we're going to track this one first for our Russell County folks here. I want to get this because let's take it here and pull it out. Let's give these people. Okay.
Wait.
It's a little bit, yeah, a little bit higher. There you go. Back it up. Hard to do this here. Okay, there you go. Okay, so we're not going to go, as we continue this way, if we go over to the Kalen area and anywhere in this path, Pine Hill, Carter Acres area, coming up about 20 minutes after. It's 1 o'clock Eastern time, and this is 12, we're talking about 12 midnight, 12:20, of course, for this area here in Central Time. But Eastern Time, we're talking about 20 minutes after, and 22 minutes after, and it's in the next 20 to 22 minutes, guys, from Carter Acres, Pine Hill. You want to get in the most center part of your house right now. Let's go back down to Barber and Bullock. We got 3 tornado warnings here going on, and here we go. And this one here, this is looking really impressive here on the radar, and not okay. And this is confirmed right now. You could go to, I'm curious, go to CC on this right now, to correlation coefficient, and. We'll wait for next week, but yeah, I'm not seeing too much now. This may not be heavily populated. Got to get a little bit south, maybe right about in this area, around Midway, north of Midway, right in this area here. So there could be some debris signature there. So there you go. That's a TDS on that one here, Cody. TDS north.
Yep, there it is.
Okay, there's your TDS, and that's okay. Let's go down and let's keep the TDS up because this is going to help me out. And let's kind of take it from this point and take it eastward as it's moving. I think, are they giving us time on this NWS BMX?
This one goes until 12:45.
Speed of the storm, what do you got?
Speed is 45.
Okay, 45. Let's go take this and go 45 east. And let's see what we got here for folks to do this. Okay, if you're in this area, if you're in the Hawkinsville area, and Howell Road area here, 22 minutes after, local time, 28 minutes local time. Seek shelter immediately. Hawkinsville's extremely far south and east, but this is moving at this rate right now as we're tracking, which is about how many miles per hour? Just for my estimation?
45.
45, you said, I'm sorry. And let's zoom in right on street level on that, baby. Let's get right on top of that as close as we can. I want to see what's down here. It's not very populated, but there's a lot of agriculture down here, and not picking up too much. But the good news is not in a very populated area. What does all this pixelation mean? This is what we call a classic TDS. The acronym stands for Tornado Debris Signature, and this is by virtue of this seeing debris. So we know this is a tornado. It doesn't lie to us on that, and this is what level 2 radar gives us. This, I don't know if this is Fort Rucker. This is probably Maxwell. I was scanning from the north. Yeah. So Maxwell's getting a good scan on this, and anybody in this area, north part of
another tornado warning for Lee and Russell.
Let's go back to Lee and Russell now, and that's the same one. I'm thinking now we're going to go back. It looks like that one tornado started to come back up. We'll leave CC on with these, and it looks like we probably got a little debris left on that. We may have to go
I'll show both of the tornado warnings.
What's that again?
Both tornado warnings right there.
Yeah, there they are. So you could see them. We have one right here and one a little bit farther south. Let's go back up to Lee County. That's more populated right now. And I'm going to get south of Crawford. Hughley Road area, you're okay. If you're in this area around Moffitt's Mill, south and east, obviously it's right in your area. Let's go right down to street level on this. There is some debris being picked up on this as well. This is around Lee Road 240. And let's back it up so I can see where this is headed, Cody. Pull it up this way. Show me what C says, but zoom in. Yeah, put it off to the west part of the screen. There you go. Now let's give a track right here. I'm going to assume this might be close to 40 miles an hour. These are all on the same track, but I'm just want to make sure. If you're right along Lee Road 240, going this way around Monterey Heights area, right around 8 minutes after the hour here coming up, within 4 minutes. So 4 minutes, you should seek shelter immediately. Get in the most center part of a house or interior, a closet. Cover your head is always good, and make sure that you have enough walls between you and the outside. Anybody just to the east of this area, Monterey Heights, within the next minute, you need to be taking shelter right now. We want you to be careful, especially those folks that might be in a mobile home. Can we zoom in on this whole neighborhood here, Cody? We got a lot of neighborhoods here, very populated. Lee Road 959, you should be seeking shelter. If we're around Lee Road 959, right now, you should be seeking shelter. If you're on Lee Road 238, this potential tornado or debris is in your area right now in this neighborhood. It continues to track east. Lee Road, this right here is, my eyes are so bad, 754, I think. If you can help me out here, Cody.
734.
734, I'm sorry. And give me the Lee Road up here.
235 and 237.
And 237. Anybody in this neighborhood across Lee County, southern Lee County, you need to seek shelter right now immediately. Let's go to velocity. Let's give the high res. Pardon me. Chris, could you give me some water? If that's possible. Sorry, buddy. And there you go. Right in this area. And have you had time to get social on? For probably not, yeah. Jack, I need you to call Carmen Rose, too. She could be doing social for us. We're getting... Connor's doing it good. And if we can get a hold of Carmen, too, she's available. I need her. She would be good to be here, yeah. And it's not her fault. I know that she's early. She may have just been crashed completely, but I just need her to do some social before Kirk gets in here. So here's southwest. Okay, great, thanks. Okay, southwest of Smith Station here. Here's Crawford Road. Here is the tornado that we're looking at. We see debris. We have a tornado debris signature here. Carmen is in the house. Speak of her right now. She's right on target. And Carmen, just if you can pop in and do some social right now, just get some social. Thanks. And then north, and we get now again. That's Lee County, and we get down to Russell County here. We need to get right in this neighborhood here, Cody. Let's go west of where the circulation is. Yeah, let's go. You can go to velocity. Yeah, I think that'll be good right now. Yeah, and let's zoom in because I'm just seeing it better. But we know it's confirmed with CC, so I'm not too concerned about that. So bring this off to the west. That's perfect. Maple Street, you should be taking cover immediately. If you're south of Country Hill Lane, right around here, this is Sanford Road. Right now, you should be seeking shelter. If you're in Sanford Road here in Russell County, my sister-in-law lives up through this area here. This is to your south. I know my sister-in-law is probably having a breakdown here, but I would take shelter for Irene there and Tim. You guys should take shelter because this is just to your south and to your west. So I need you to do that for me if you can. And that would be the area around Sanford Road as it comes up. It's pretty sharp here as it comes right down around Woodland Drive, and it connects right into Sanford Road. That's the northeast part of this tornado in circulation. Thank you, Chris. Cody, go ahead. Just talk a little bit about this while I just drink a little water.
All right, this is just south of US 80 near Sanford Road. This is where this circulation is. In Russell County, we've had multiple circulations early this morning. We have another one in Lee County, which the tornado warning includes Smith Station and Phoenix City in Ladonia and Crawford as well. Now these are tracking to the east at about 40 miles to 45 miles per hour, and here's a little track on this storm. If we keep it, this circulation would move just south of the city of Columbus. You can see Carter Acres, Pine Hill, Vista Terrace at about 1:22 Eastern time, and we also have another tornado warning down towards northern Barber County, and actually has a pretty good couplet here as it is moving from Bullock County into Barber County. You can see that circulation well defined right here just at the county line in North Barber County. Not a populated area here, but this storm is moving off towards the east as well, and I believe this one is the one we have the confirmation on. So Hawkinsville, if you were in that area, 431, if you are traveling on 431 at the moment. I'm going
to try to get on Facebook. I think with this camera here, if I put up my social media, Carmen, let me go to my Facebook.
Sure.
My phone is completely dead, and I feel bad. We had hundreds of people viewing, and I just blew them off the air on that. Cody, keep talking. If you want to get up on, go ahead and get up on a key wall.
Alrighty.
Yeah, and let folks, and Carmen's on social too. So I'm just going to provide folks that that we have all the information that they need. But
all
Cody,
right,
go ahead.
We have this tornado warning right here. You can see just south of US 80. If we can zoom in on this one, Carmen, this is around south of Ladonia. I believe this is the Sanford Road area. Zoom in a little tighter there. Here's Sanford Road, so it's just to the north of it. If we can move more towards to the east there, and you can see, I believe that's Hickory Street, County Hill Lane, what is this? Golden Stream Road. You need to be in your tornado safe place right now. If we can zoom out a little bit on this, and you can see, if you are in Phoenix City, you need to be in your safe place as well. We also have another one. Let's go to reflectivity and see what it is showing on the precipitation mode of our Doppler radar. If you're in the city of Columbus, you are seeing and probably hearing some thunder as well. We heard some here at the station. You can see it actually, it's hard to the one in Russell County is probably rain wrapped, as you can tell from Doppler radar. You can see it's just in rain at the moment, and here we have another one probably rain wrapped as well, so you're not going to see these as these move into Phoenix City, Ladonia, Smith Station, seeing some heavy rain, and that circulation should be just right here to your southwest of Smith Station around that is Highway or Alabama 1 depicted by our software here, but here's this circulation embedded in rain, so it's just between 431 right here and US 80 for the Russell County storm. Our Lee County storm is between Highway 80 here, or not Highway 80, this is 280 I believe, and then that is right there. Here you can see, let's go to velocity rather.
Down here, let's see. Let me go back and I'm going to let folks know here.
Here we go. We have a really good indication. Do we have any confirmation on any more tornado warnings?
Yeah, let's go. The Lee and Russell. This one it continues till 12:30 Central Time.
This one's till 12:30.
Yeah,
the northern storm is until 12:30. And what's the Russell County? Is that?
Yeah, in Russell County right now, we're looking at this Russell and Lee's till 12:30, and that was right off the top of the hour, and that we're looking at that. Now, we got some latest stuff on here. Radar indicated.
Here's the latest scan. I'm pretty sure we'll probably get a warning for Muskogee here eventually. If you're in Muskogee County, go ahead, especially southern Muskogee County, go ahead and take your tornado precautions, because this is just approaching the river here just south of downtown.
Yeah, right
Victory
about here.
Drive, if you live near Victory Drive, be in your tornado safe place. Oakland Park, Benning Hill, Riverland Terrace, Casita Road, all of these areas need to be under your tornado precaution, which is the lowest level of your home, an interior closet or a bathroom. And if you have a helmet for your kids, a bike helmet, put that on. That'll give them some protection. Get some mattresses, throw it in the hallway there. The central area of your home is the safest place, and you can see this is what is that, Brickyard Road going up to Phoenix City, and this is Seal Road. So all these areas need to be in your safe place. We have a good circulation right here as this is moving into southern portions of Phoenix City. Let's go back up to our Lee County storm, Carmen. That rotation's just right here, just north of the Ladonia area, right before it gets to the little indention of Russell County.
Thanks, Jack.
You can see Lee Road 219. If you are Opelika Road, Auburn Road, Old Crawford Road, you still need to be in your safe places as well. And let's go down to our southern storm in Barber County. Don't want to leave you folks out as well, because there is a tornado warning, and this one actually does have a confirmed tornado with it earlier, but not much indication here on velocity rather of any. It just looks very broad right here, so we'll leave this storm because it's not in a highly populated area as the two up towards the north. So we'll go back up to our Russell and Lee County storms right here.
Get as close as street level too, guys. I'm just putting out a fire over here on something else, but if you guys could get right to street level, right where that rotation is.
All right, let's actually go upstream of that tornado warning, which would be the Columbus area.
Okay.
Columbus. We're not under a tornado warning yet, are we?
No, but we just have that. We have the one that was just issued now. It's farther east there, and you can see that's for Russell County, just farther east. It's getting a little bit closer to Columbus. That's issued until 12:30 a.m. Central Time. So it's still under that same polygon, that same storm that we're watching here that Cody Nickel was pointing out. Bob's probably going to just talk about it now. So that's just kind of the movement with that. So just south of Columbus as that continues to head east.
Perfect. Thank you, Carmen. So this area here, if Carmen, could you go back down to street level on that? Now, the one just north of Ladonia, that's also, I see circulation on that one. But this is the area that's impacting a bunch of people here. This goes all the way to 6th Place, right down here to Chapman Drive. And this is all just to the east of 431 now. This is the one that just came south. Here's the Sanford Road area. And I'm curious, too, if my sister-in-law, I would assume she's probably up, I would think she's a school teacher, but if she can contact me safely and just let me know if she's okay on my phone, and I'll get it. She can just text me. She's got my work phone, or call my wife. Okay, if we look right down here, you can see just south of Sanford Road right here. Here is the Crosswinds Road. Here's Knowles Drive. There's 431. And right around South Seal Road is right where the circulation of potential tornado is. This could be certainly some good circulation here on the velocity. Could we go to correlation coefficient real quick? Just flip it, leave it right where it's at, and let's just see. But if you're anywhere right now in the Brickyard Road area, this area here, there is potential debris here, looks like popping up to south of South Seal Road. So there could be some likely some damage with this rotating thunderstorm, which is a tornado warning. And it continues to drift south and east, as you can see. Brickyard Road in this area to the east, too. You should be taking cover. Carmen, go ahead.
Okay, it looks like we just have a severe thunderstorm warning issued here, so you can see where that yellow polygon is. I'll just take it out of correlation coefficient.
Okay, and that's related all to the same line here. It is a broad area, and embedded in this in the center, as Carmen's pointing out, happens to be the rotating portion of this, which is a tornado warning just to the west and southwest of Columbus. Guys, go ahead.
Moving at 70 miles.
Well, that's moving fast, and that's what they're anticipating. This whole line, as it continues moving 70 miles an hour, is very fast, and this is going to come in quickly. So anybody, I'm just going to say this, if you're from Junction City, if you're in Buena Vista, anywhere in this polygon we call it, this is this yellow box that you see here as it fans out off to the east. Also, real quick, I hate to do this for our folks with closed captioning. Jack, I'm sure you did already. Push us. You already did. You're the man. We just got to make sure closed captioning's out because we're going to run out of time here. But as it continues to march eastward, this is what I'm most concerned about with this line, with multiple showers and thunderstorms, is that this could move at this rate so fast, could create damage and come up upon you very fast, and with any kind of spin or rotation with it, which would be on the weaker side. But weak or not, this has the capability of producing isolated tornado, even though it's a severe thunderstorm warning, based on what I've been seeing tonight. So I'm not going to get comfortable here. So Columbus residents, Fort Benning, right now, this is coming through the worst portion of the system. And we're not seeing a tornado in Columbus. So Columbus, you're okay if we're hearing sirens. If you're south and east of this area too, Fort Benning, you can see that as well. Now, if anybody is just to the east, if you're in the Chautauqua Road area, this is the extreme east part of Muskogee County. We get into East Columbus and all the way down to Casita, Georgia, not Alabama, Georgia, in Chattahoochee County or Chatco. We want everybody here, Buena Vista. You should be taking cover right now. I would just get in a safe place. Here's an idea for you. If you don't have your NOAA weather radio, enough walls between you and the outside, you can tune into Q107.3 right now. Our media partners on Q107.3 Live, that's QFM, to get you the latest weather, because you're going to hear us. So that could keep you safe. So if you're like, I don't want to get on my TV, it's not close enough, keep the TV on if you have to, but you can go to Q107.3 FM. Okay, so we continue to watch this as it potentially will weaken, but it still has a capability of producing some damaging wind. Let's go back to where that tornado warning is down near eastern Russell, south and central eastern Russell County, right around 431 here. Again, if you're in the Sanford Road area, that's all south and east of you, and it's moving so fast now, it's all to the east of 431. Here we get into Oakland Park. Let's get into South Columbus now. The tornado warning has expired. They picked this up as a severe thunderstorm warning, so they're seeing it weakening. I just want to make sure there's no circulation on this, guys. Pardon me. If we could go back to, looks like you got us back on velocity here. And the way this looks now, this is good news, I guess, in a sense. Nothing's good, but better than seeing that tornado. That it is some broad circulation. This is why the severe thunderstorm warning continues. So if you're in Vista Terrace, Sunset Road, Winton, all the way down, Interstate 185, Fort Benning, down to Flournoy here, what was once that tornado warning circulating, it's becoming very broad. It's starting to outflow out, and it's creating some strong winds, potentially damaging winds too. I don't even know if there's been any hail with this at all. I don't think so.
Well, I just went outside.
What do you have for us,
The winds aren't really strong.
Quiet now, because remember, this is all we're looking at the south of here. That's how amazingly how concentrated it is. There's the hail reports that Carmen just put up, and if you do a hail query, there's hail query in that template. You may want to show her because it's hard to find.
We've got hail. We can do Ville too, so you can
you can do Ville too, so you could
see.
see. I'm not seeing too much on that either.
I think we've lost the circulation.
I think we did. Yeah, it looks like it's look at it. It's all broad now.
So now this warning, those two warnings are gone.
Head down to Barber County now.
The one in Barber is still.
Yeah, let's go to Barber County. This is not Eufaula, by the way. So folks in Eufaula, you're okay, because I know a lot of our friends in Eufaula are wondering. Pardon me. We could go live. Let's go to our Eagle Phoenix camera right now. And you can see, there's still some circulation. But this we're looking at. One of our producers, Jack Patterson's in here, and he said he was looking at the west part of this camera. This is Eagle Phoenix, and we are, and I apologize. I assume we're looking towards Phoenix City, Jack, right? Yeah, towards Phoenix City, and there could be a transformer. He thought he saw a lot of sparking going on, and it's not the lightning he was talking about. But with that wind, when it came in, you never know, a transformer could have been hit by lightning, if you ever see that. So I don't know. We haven't had any reports of some power damages, but our producers will look with Georgia Power and see or Tallapoosa or Alabama Power, too, to see if there's anything going on with any loss of power anywhere. There was considerable lightning. Okay, they're looking into it. Still no reports of any power outages at this point. This is the 13th Street Bridge live right now.
Canceled.
Okay, all warnings canceled right now. That's some good news.
Severe thunderstorm warning that's still in effect.
Tornado warnings is what I want to say. When I say warning, I want to be careful. It's severe
no
tornado. Severe thunderstorm warnings continue. But I'm going to stay with us here because I want to make sure everybody's safe. They can get to bed and rest assured. Good news is Lee County residents, Russell County, and back down in Barber County, all you guys right now, why don't you just wait here? It's 21 minutes after the hour. And if you give me a track on this, Carmen, just a long track, and you said this whole line is 70 miles an hour?
That's what the warning is.
The warning is, okay, that makes sense. The warning would be, the line has got to be somewhere probably half of that, about 30, 35, I'm going to guess.
Can track it real quick.
Yeah, I don't want to guess. I want to make sure it's right, but I'm educated guess would be about half of that.
Yeah, it's way back here.
Let's see, about a 35. And what we're going to do is for you. So, folks, if you're watching, there's no tornado warnings right now, so that's the good news. I wouldn't go outside. Here's the other component to this tonight. Anyone who had those tornado warnings in the area, do not try to go out and inspect. If you know you have no damage, sit tight in your house. At night, it's extremely dangerous to go out. If there's any power lines, any weakened tree limbs or anything like that, we want you to be safe. The severe thunderstorm warning is in the Columbus metro area, but it is moving eastward, and it's really south and east of Columbus where the winds would be right now. So even though the thing shows that if you hear sirens, this is south Columbus, now southeast Columbus. It's moving fast. And as Carmen just gave us it, oh, can you go back to that? It was perfect. I was just getting ready to.
We go a little bit more farther.
Okay,
farther south with this.
Go ahead. Yeah, that's good. And just pull it down with your Okay, it looks like well, she wants to get us Buena Vista. But if you could keep it in a polygon, because it'll give us more local reports, because I don't think it'll be holding up 41 minutes after Buena Vista. So if Buena Vista residents, you want to know, it's 22 minutes after the hour, next 20 minutes or so, potential some strong winds coming in your vicinity. But this isn't tornadic. We're not seeing any circulation. Cody's watching velocity in another system. He'll let us know if there's any spin with this.
There's another circulation, but there's no warning just to the west of Clayton in Barber County.
Okay, so we'll go back to that in a second. Let's go down to that right now. Why not? Let's go to where we think we see circulation. That's what here's Clayton right here. And this is Highway 30 in Alabama, where 51 kind of intersects for our visitors and our viewers here in Clayton.
Right here is what he's
that's even, it's right there. That looks pretty impressive, Cody, and they don't have a warning on that, which was once a warning, but it was farther north, so they may issue something on this. It's kind of an odd it is rotating. If anything, this looks like there's some good winds with that, is what it is. It's circulating, it's weak circulation with some possibility of damaging winds south of Star Hill area. This, again, not heavily populated, but let's get a little closer. We got some residents here, down here in County Road.
We have 44. A tornado warning for Barber.
Okay, now they went to just set it. Here. Good eye, Cody Nickel. There you go. So they're going to call it tornado warning. Now look how fast it jumped here to here now. Now that's what we're looking. We're looking at a back edge here. Okay, this is a tornado. Now this definitely has circulation with it.
Yeah.
Okay, we're looking at the other side of that. So look at this. I mean, the system here. Back here, you got wind blowing this. I think what's happening, guys, we're seeing the wind coming out. The wind that's ejecting here is causing some spin-up rotation. So I wouldn't suspect this to be very strong, but these are weak spin-up type tornadoes. Another term, it's an old term, we call them gustnadoes, from a gust front that's coming in behind it with the actual front still back off to the west. But we get this kind of activity. So this is nothing, I want everyone to know, not like 2011. Take it seriously, though, but not enough to panic. If you are, let's get to street level, and show me street level to the east of this, because not on top, because that's going to be too late for those folks. Perfect, stop right there. If you're at County Road 31, you should be taking cover right now. If you're in at Robertson Mill Road here in Barber County, in south of where this line is, we want you to take cover right now immediately. If you don't have any form of communication, you can tune in right now. Barber County, we can get you on Q1073. The Q will be able to give you some reports there. You're going to be hearing us. We want you to be safe, so get in the most interior section. If you have a stairwell or something you can get under, these areas here, from County Road, this is County Road 31, Robertson Mill Road, right in this whole area, it's like a triangle here, and Dan Sneed Road. This whole area, it's not very populated, but we do have residents in here. We can go all the way down to McCraney Road here as well, and in the southern part of Dan Sneed Road as well. All these areas here in Barber County, and a lot of agriculture, a lot of farmland too, should be taking cover immediately right now, where we are seeing some rotation and spin on this tornado. And this is Barber County. This would be the areas around Baker Hill and Clayton, but Clayton's not in this, so it may confuse some folks, but it's just to the south of you in Clayton. So Clayton's wondering where all the activity's going. This is just to your south, and this is going to go to about 30 minutes after, and it is moving rather quickly here. And this is Central Time, of course, where right now it is coming up on 1:30 Eastern Time. Yeah, 12:25 Central. So there you go. Okay, so let's we look at it a little closer. Yeah, and I mean, I'm not downplaying this. There's rotation there, but it's not very impressive. It's not very tight. A couple of them say
tornado.
It is confirmed. It is confirmed.
Yes.
Where are we looking? Give me some.
Near Boot Hill.
Boot Hill, because I want to know this area. This is very remote.
North
Let's get down.
of Clio, 11 miles north of Clio.
Okay, we know where Clio is. It's our friends over there. So again, this spin-up tornado ahead of this. So that means anybody, let's give me these roads here. Let me stay on this. Gorman Trail Road here. There's County Road 27. You should be seeking shelter right now immediately. This is confirmed. Albeit maybe not, it looks like it's starting to move towards the north and east. If you're along County Road 31, almost parallel to County Road 27 here in Barber County. You should seek shelter immediately. And again, don't worry about doing anything, but just get into a central part of your dwelling. If there's anyone around County Road 31, can we get a time on this too? Let's just bring it out and help.
Yeah.
No, don't zoom out though. I mean, kind of zoom in because we'll get these neighborhoods better. Take it right to there to the roads and just bring it right to where County Road 27 is. We can time it that way. It'll give somebody an idea. Yeah, you could do that. Just take it right about up to just right about where my finger is, and let's just try to get some of these roads here. You may have to pull or try to bring it out a little bit more.
Okay.
Easier said than done. Maybe it's just easier for me to, and I know everybody here, just pull it right there. Bring it back off to the west a little bit, to the west, this way. Push the tornado that way. No, I want the tornado that way. Tornadoes to the east. Bring it this way. Bring this right. Yeah, keep going west. This way. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going right to the screen. Stop it right
you
there.
want the tornado
Now bring
to
it
the
out this
west.
way because it's not going to help anyone here. That thing's moving so fast. So that's okay. We're learning here. Let's just take it from there. It's early in the morning. Okay, put up. It's hard when somebody's telling you something. I understand it. Okay, there you go. So take it right about there.
This track's at, it's not telling me. It's at 30 miles per hour.
Okay, it's at 30 miles an hour. So let's go ahead and let's take it right about this circulation. You can take it right through here, and we'll give a nice 30 fan, and that'll help people out.
I'm in too close. I got to zoom out.
That's
to get
fine,
that
Carmen.
track.
I'm sorry. Yeah, this is very remote, but we do have residents here south of Clayton. Now, Clayton, I want you to be paying attention, but again, this is going to be south of you, just so you know, at this latest track. So that's good. This gives us some kind of perspective here. 36 minutes after Central Time, midnight here, Central Time around Pratt's, and you can see where this is right here. That's around where Hobdy is and Clayton. It's like in the middle where you two guys are, and a lot of our friends here off of Alabama 51, they're familiar with this. This is the area where you should be seeking shelter immediately. Anywhere with this track from here to there. And I think, Carmen and Cody, this is the only
tornado
warning
warning.
we have right now at this point. Okay. There is still, have a severe thunderstorm warning. You can see at the bottom of your screen, too. This would be for areas around Muskogee County and Chattahoochee County, just so you have an idea. This continues to move eastward, and that would put it again south of Clayton, north of Hobdy, and around the Pratt's area around 36 minutes. But again, these times are going to fluctuate a little bit because this is moving rather quickly. There is circulation with this. And I don't know if you guys, did you try a CC on this, a TDS, see if there's a TDS?
There is one on there.
Oh, there's a TDS? Look,
Yeah.
Can I take a look at it live here? I believe you. I just want to just kind of see. So it's picking up trees probably, and it could, oh yeah, well, there's some debris here. So right about this area, that correlates right with. And so what we do here, for anybody watching at home, we typically look at this closely. We want to see where the circulation is, which we already determined. We know it's a confirmed tornado, and we look at what's called, it's a type of methodology here that they use with the level 2 radar to give us a dissection of us and seeing what kind of debris is in the air. And we could pick up debris, whether it's trees, it could be roof shingles, it could be anything that it's in its path. So we're definitely seeing a TDS here, which we are confirming. That's why the tornado has been confirmed. I think that's what BMX is probably stating it based on the CC, or was there actual visual inspection of that?
It was based off of the tornado debris signature.
Okay, based on TDS off of radar. Okay, so I mean, and this is the beauty of technology. A lot of people at home are wondering what we're talking about. Years ago, it had to be a visual. It would be Doppler indicated, but now we have more tools to help us out to determine this. And I'm looking at this radar sweep. I'll see the next one. I still think we're out of Maxwell, and this is picking it up at this elevation.
Yeah, let's zoom out.
I think it is. That's pretty good. Okay, Clayton, you do have a thunderstorm in your area. That's the tornado we're looking at. If you're in Pratt's right now, where Carmen has us located, if you're in Pratt's, you should be seeking shelter immediately. If you're just north of Pratt's, about 5 miles, you should be seeking shelter immediately. We try to get the street level here, but there's not much there except the main highway that we're looking at and some neighborhoods that are in between here. And we do have some roads we can pinpoint for you. Let's, for example, and I don't even know if this, right where Pratt's is, this is called, right up here, Pratt's Station Road, which runs all the way down and intersects into Alabama 51. And we are in Barber County right now, by the way. Just north of Pratt's is where this tornado is, and this, at least is where the debris is. Debris is one thing, but I need to go back to velocity to make sure where the actual tornado is, because I don't want to miss it. And what is this back here? I'm just looking. I mean, that could be debris flowing around this doggone thing on the back edge. That's something to watch. It could be. We're spinning around. Yeah, that's confusing right there. But yeah, right here, and it looks like it's weakening considerably. But anyway, this is our velocity we look at, and I'm wondering if this tornado warning may may expire here. Here's the interesting thing about this system here for everybody watching. As it comes in, we're getting gustnados. We're getting tornadoes. We've been seeing this all season. This is, and I don't care, this is part of the El Nino pattern that we've been in. And just very different kind of weather situation, stuff that you don't usually see like this. And it's, you know, either you get something very isolated, but the nature of this front coming in like this and the gusty winds flowing out of this causing a spin-up tornado. I'm surprised we didn't even have a tornado watch tonight. I'm just we learn, and this is, we're all human beings here. But this threw a huge curveball to all meteorologists tonight, I can tell you that. So anyway,
TDS.
but north and west of Pratt's right now, this has some rotation. At this time, there was definitely a TDS, which means at home, a tornado debris signature, and it's still just to the northwest of you guys in Pratt's. In Hobley's to your south, Hobley, you're okay. I would just watch. There's a lot of gusty winds right along this line. The gustnado, or this gust circulation around it, around Shady Lane, I would be seeking shelter right now. If you're right around Hovey Road, I would definitely seek shelter right now. And Hovey Road has popped up. Hovey Road's right here in Barber County, so if you're in Hovey Road, seek shelter. Despite the fact that right now, our team of meteorologists right now, along with meteorologist Cody Nickel, meteorologist Carmen Rose, we're all trying to dissect this and see where it is, and exactly it's losing its kind of conformity here of seeing circulation. But there could still be a weak tornado on the ground with this. It's possible that it lifted back into clouds and radar's picking up at this angle. The level 2 radar's picking up. But I would still take this seriously, and we want anybody. If you're in Clayton, no need to panic and get in safe shelter. If you're tuning in to us, it's fine. But again, if you're at Pratt's, Hobby, and we went all the way back off, and give me some of those roads that would go along the line of the center of circulation. Stop right at County Road 35, it looks like. I would seek shelter. Come down a little bit until you find me a road there. Yeah, that would be right in there. That's it. I didn't even see Winston Road there. You could seek shelter right now, too. And that would make sense, especially in those areas. And this is still to the west of 51 and just to the north right now of Pratt's, where we're seeing the circulation right about here. So if it continues on this track, it would cross these areas here around Hovey Road. So where my hands point, anybody watching Barber County, let me give you some perspective. There's Pratt's, you know where you are, and you're right in this area here. Very remote, I know very isolated, but everyone we are concerned about, want you to seek shelter right now. And we'll let you know when it's safe to do otherwise. You can tune in to Q1073 or the Q on your radio if you can't hear us on the TV. If you don't have a mobile device, if you have a mobile device, we're live streaming right now at WRBL.com. Just go into WRBL.com. You could do that through your browser on your mobile device. Also, you can check out our apps, to our news app, WRBL News app, and our radar apps also can give you all that and give you the latest push alerts. And again, Clayton, you're okay. Not saying that there's not some wind, and there could be some, weak tree limbs getting blown around here. But that's where the circulation was on this tornado warning. And it still appears to have a little kink in there, but I really believe that this thing it could still be underground, it may not, but we still got to take that in consideration. It was underground at one point. Radar doesn't do it any justice for any TVS we look for. That's the old way we look at a tornado vortex signature, and we're not seeing that. We're just seeing considerable amount of rain. But the radar does let us know where the actual line is, and where it will continue to drift eastward, south and east of this area. There's Louisville up here. Louisville, you're okay. But our friends in Barber County, from Eufaula, you're doing good, but you got considerable amount of lightning and quite a thunderstorm just to your north, but it is not severe. Chris Gates, you are the scholar and a man. We have a good team here at WRBL. Go ahead. If there's anything you want to add, Carmen, go ahead. Or I know if Carmen came in. She was off, and we appreciate you coming in off duty here. Cody too. You guys can come in here. Does anybody want to step up here, and you guys would like to finish up here on this? Add a couple things, or are you good?
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of agreeing with what you're saying.
Okay.
If we just do look at that velocity with it, it does look like it's weakening some.
I hear what she's
So
talking about.
if I just go back on that track real quick, you can kind of see where the strongest point of that circulation was. And you can now see, it looks like it's just going to be
Wondering when you put that in motion, Carmen, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, you can see where.
You see where, yeah, where it just fell apart.
Where that little blue kind of pops up toward the west there.
Yeah.
That's where it's seeing. Now it looks like it's just going to be this gust here, and it's
a gust front. Yeah, we've got quite a gust front right now. And you know what? This is good. It's always an educational experience, even for me or anybody. All the years I'm doing this, and then we got our new team of meteorologists here, which I think is awesome. But we are looking at. I want to say good morning to a lot of folks that are with us here on live stream. And I apologize, some of this here. We got, here we go. We got Michelle Dickerson on. Hi, Michelle. Agreed. Ladonia seems clear now. Yeah, she's good. I'm going to answer some questions. Ricky Thornton. How you doing, Ricky? Heavy on Lakewood Drive, Phoenix City. You're okay on Lakewood Drive. I want to let you guys know. Stacy, I'm on County Road 40. And Stacy, you're in Lee County, and she's good. Timothy Simpson, good morning. Christopher Grammer. Yeah. Kathleen Brown, we are okay. I live in Ladonia. Yes, you are, dear. You're looking good. Yeah. Anna Gibson, she's joined. How you doing this morning? Melissa Crossley, you're good. Julie Berlowski and La Bombard. What a name. I love that name. That's a pretty name. My sons live in Ladonia. I'm off Stadium Drive. What do I need to be worried about? This is a while ago, and I'm probably already heard me, I hope, but you're okay, okay? Mm-hmm. Gwenda Leonard, Easter. We love her name. Very spiritual name. Great job, and thank you. Stephanie Tyndall just joined. Tassa Jenkins-Edwards. And we got Walita Martinez. We're with you, and I'm with you too. Our principal over at Lloyd Elementary. Kayleen Butler, Stacy Moat was with us. Linda Slaughter, Adam Keller too. Just lost satellite in Harris County. That's interesting, and that had to be from that severe thunderstorm warning. Wasn't in Harris, but there's some heavy rain in Nels Wind, and there were significant storms here. Adam, hey Adam. Be careful. I don't want you going out when it's safe, Adam, when it's safe in the morning. If you have any damage, feel free to shoot it over to WRBL.com. We give it to the Weather Service, and it helps us determine what was happening. So it'll be quite a cleanup tomorrow, I'm sure. Brian Matthews' latest radar. Good night, folks. Yeah, Brian knows he's good. He's probably already in bed as I just looked at this. We're losing a lot of viewers because they know this is all going down. Brian Matthews... that was earlier. Joanne Kogel, she's a great person over at tryga.com. And a lot of folks, I'm so sorry I couldn't get to you because I was on the air and my phone was tethered to the wall being plugged up here. Shannon McCarran, Ryan Smelshaft, Adam Keller, Matt Tinker again, Kathy Wilson-Weaver, Dwight Debro, and our other folks here. We got Rachel Arnold, Patricia Firth, Robertson, Stephanie Johnson, everything good in Beulah, Alabama. She was asking, pardon me, and I know she was watching on TV. And by the way, you folks that are on here, if I'm not close to here, you can go to News 3 and get the latest, and on our app at WRBL.com. You can also check out Q1073. And always think of this, whenever there's severe weather, you can always go to Q1073. You may want to lock that in your dial, because on the Q we always simulcast with our radio partners at PMB Broadcasting. So just so you know, any time of day, 24/7. Dave Arwood is at the helm of that tonight, and as always, leads a good team over there. So here's Clayton, Eufaula, you're good. This tornado warning continues. I think it's just merely continuing because of the fact that they're not, I want to make sure that everything's clear. It was what we call a gustnado. It was definitely a tornado that was in western portions, northwest portions of Barber County. But right now, we as News 3, we're not seeing any evidence of that tornado anymore, despite the fact you have this warning till 30 minutes after the hour. What we are seeing, though, is Carmen is highlighting here for us, and Cody's looking at, is the outflow winds, this gust front, if you will. You're going to feel some very strong gusts. If you're in Gano and Cotton Hill, you're going to experience a lot of gusts here in Barber County. Anyone tuning in, too, if you're in Lee, Russell, if you're in Barber, you're south of Eufaula, we're just monitoring some strong gusty winds associated with was once a tornado. We saw circulation, but we're going to stay with it, make sure it doesn't recirculate, but I don't see any evidence of that. You're okay, and you could safely go to bed. Could we give a broad shot? Let's just double check before I tell people to go nighty-night in those areas. Some people got to get up in the morning, but we'll focus on Barber County in a minute. Since right now we know those folks are doing okay. Let's go to that big line here. Of course, we're not leaving Cuthbert out and all our friends out here. Let's go out a little bit farther over here. Let's get over to Sly County. Let's go over there, Taylor County too. Just east of Columbus down here this way, Talbot, this southern Talbot County. Just clipping that, but. This was a severe thunderstorm warning, so we do have viewers that are in Geneva and Buena Vista, of course, our friends here, and that is pretty much the end of that for you guys. Just some strong thunderstorms with this, even though the severe thunderstorm warning continues. And again, this is just on, and I don't blame the Weather Service. They're not discontinuing this at all because we're looking at it too. It's just a lot of winds with this. This is what this information is giving all of us now, the First Alert Weather Team, associated with just some strong gusty winds with this as the rain showers in front moves off to the east is all that is. So Columbus, you're in the clear. You can get to bed. You can rest. Fort Benning, you're looking good. Okay, there is one little line of showers and thunderstorms south of Smith Station. Crawford, I know you may say, well, wait a minute, there's a lot of lightning out here. We're not seeing anything with that. You put some velocity on that. I just want to make sure there's no, it looks pretty uniform. I don't think there's anything with that at all. Yeah, it's a wind though. I mean, yeah, there's considerable amount of wind with that. You could see when it came up to this area here. So just east of Crawford, certainly seeing a lot of wind. You can see that before when that came through. Look at that. Yeah, a lot of gusts, wind gusts. But this is, the whole front came through. It was those winds were blowing out. It was actually causing these weak spin-up tornadoes along it, and they were legitimate tornadoes. I mean, these tornadoes were actually on the ground, and not for a short time. They're on for a long time. I mean, this is stuff that we go to weather conferences, and we're going to be talking about later. This whole spring, this whole winter season has been certainly an El Nino phenomenon, and really lived up to its forecast name. If anything was correct, the climatologists back last year talking about this really came true. How this was one of the strongest El Ninos compared in some time, and certainly with the technologies helped us a lot. But what wasn't very good is our ability to say, hey, is this, with the tools we have, how bad it was going to be. I mean, we were looking at Storm Prediction Center. I would have said it earlier. I mean, I'll be honest, if you're watching at 6, it just said this is going to be some strong winds and maybe some isolated strong severe thunderstorms. And they weren't like the 2011 tornadoes. I'm not saying that. It was nothing like that. So to give us some credit, it was from the gust front winds, and it was such a long, broad line of winds. The tornado seems to take precedent. I think what you're going to see tomorrow, the damage is going to be more related to the severe thunderstorm line, and the line itself, like up in Harris County that didn't have a severe thunderstorm. Folks were talking about that they lost a satellite dish. We're just streaming live right now. We still are streaming live at my Facebook, and we're also streaming live at WRBL.com on our news app and our radar apps, and we're live at Q107.3 and the Q, which Dave Arwood will probably take us off very shortly here. But if you could just hang with us, Dave, just a little bit longer here, just until I give a full goodbye with this. And if Carmen's looking at something in the center there, I don't know, that's just a weird anomaly. That's just the thunderstorm winds. It's not perfect. We just got to know what's legitimate, what's not with this technology. We're learning a lot with the latest technology these last year and a half with latest level 2 with all the features. And recently up in Raleigh-Durham last summer, the improvements had come up with these radar, especially what we call a tornado debris signature, which was very hard to do before level. You couldn't do it with level 2. You can have radar indicated with signature formations from radar, but with the correlation coefficient, with differential radar that can pick up different types of particle, like ice particles such as hail and dimension size, and debris, gives us that ability to confidently go on. In particular tonight we had a couple instances where Cody jumped in and said, hey, look, I think this is going to be a tornado. As soon as he said it, bam, a tornado warning came out from the Weather Service. So it really gives us a lot of room here. That tornado warning does continue down to Barber County. And not that I'm getting complacent here, but we haven't seen any rotation with it. The reason why it's still on and folks are seeing this on their apps or whatever you may have, it's due to the fact that the Weather Service, I think they're on a side of caution to see if there's any other spin-up rotating cell that could come out of this, or gustnado, because this is a gust front coming in. You can see that line how defined. This is a very strong gusty wind, a gust front. If you're in Baker Hill, even if you're in a trailer park, I would still, right along Sandy Point, and this is right along Arizona 131. This is all to the west of 431 when you're headed down through Barber County. I would even, if you're in a truck, get in a safe spot because this is some strong winds. The thing you worry about, too, you don't have to have a tornado to be something you don't want to take shelter in. I mean, severe thunderstorms you should as well because you need that to create a tornado. You need some kind of severe storm. But in this case, we had a line of storms that spun out some gust fronts, and they actually spun up weak tornadoes ahead of them. And these same areas here could actually topple trees. With this kind of wind that's coming out of here, could actually easily topple trees. So if you're in Sandy Point and you feel like something's risky around your house or you don't have a secure dwelling, even coming up here, I know it's 1:45 Eastern time. We're talking about 12:45 Central time. We need to do that. Cody, go ahead, jump in.
We have a circulation in Stewart County.
Okay, Stewart, let's go to Stewart.
No tornado warning on it.
Okay, but
but it is.
Cody Nichols been 2 for 2 tonight, so let's go to Cody. I'm going to take Cody's word on this one. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, Carmen's right on that one here. Yeah, you're right on the money.
It looks better off of the Maxwell radar. There you go.
Yeah, Maxwell looks good. Yeah, stick on Maxwell. Yeah, right there. Yeah, and Cody's picking up circulation. Okay. Omaha, you're okay. Florence Bay Marina, Chattahoochee River here, you're okay. But we're looking at, yeah, here a little bit off to the east, Carmen. It's moving kind of fast. Was it more east here?
We're changing the radar.
Yeah, the radar just keeps messing you up there. I'm sorry.
Just uncheck.
Yeah, let's uncheck the radars. Let's just, yeah, I said let's just get a Fort. Yeah, Fort Rucker is good. Okay, there we go. Okay, this is some circulation. Cody is right on that. Let's put it in motion for a second too, Carmen. Sorry about that. I hate being like a bossy boss here. Here it is. Let me just see. South of Omaha, you can see that. And it's just to the south right here. There's 27, still farther off. We're in Stewart County right now. If you're in Omaha, you're okay. If you're in Florence, you're okay, the marina area. Southeast of Omaha, there could be some potential damage with this. We got a thunderstorm here. Well, not too much thunder, actually. We have lightning data on, correct? Just Lumpkin's got some, I see a little thunder just in the last 30 minutes. I think that's 30-minute data, lightning, so I make sure I know what I'm talking about here. Okay, good. So in the last 30 minutes, we had some thunder. We still got some thunder just out of Lumpkin, but it's not associated with this, guys. But there is some circulation with that. Now, here you go again. No thunderstorm, and there's circulation. There could be some strong damaging winds with this as a result. So if you're around Union, be mindful that any kind of weak tree limbs or anything like this with this particular portion of the line of storms, although there is no thunder with this right now, has a potential of some wind as it rotates, as Cody pointed out. Cody, go ahead, chime in here. I'm going to get some water here. Tell us what you think, and I'm going to go on my live stream for a second. Go ahead, you can pop on air.
All right.
So why don't you go in there and do your thing, my friend. Doing a good job.
All right, just measured the pixel here on a off-camera product, and it's about 90 knots. As they said in the chat, right here on this.
Can you break that down to miles per hour too? Because people got to know that's pretty.
It's about 80, 85 miles per hour right here. These bright pixels right here, just to the east of Florence and just to the south of Omaha. This is that circulation that we're watching. It moved out of Russell County and it's now into western portions of Stewart County. This is Georgia 39 that goes up to Omaha, and this is Canyon Road. Not sure if this is a populated area or not, but there is a circulation right here in Stewart County. This is where we have that couplet, and this is what we are watching, this very bright pixel and indicating some rotation with that. There we go, Carmen has it. You can see this is actually outbound, and the lighter pixels are inbound because our radar is located in Maxwell Air Force Base in...
Can I didn't mean to interrupt you real quick. Sorry about that. It's Sanford Road, Ladonia area, power outages and neighborhood watchers being reported. Our producers are saying, wondering if that, from that tornado warning we had earlier...
I saw several wind reports or thunderstorm damage reports from Lee County.
Okay. New event, tornado warning right now.
Do we have a tornado warning?
Yeah. What do we got? Is that our Stewart County? Right on what? Cody,
issued.
Cody. Cody forecasts tornado before it
What's
even was on there.
What's
So
the expiration time on it?
Expiration.
Here we go. 2:30 a.m. This includes the city of Lumpkin and Omaha. It's just to the south of actually the city of Omaha, but Lumpkin is located over here in the central portions of Stewart County, right off of US 27 there around Louval down to Lumpkin.
County
but
too.
This is that circulation. Let's put a track on it. And how fast is it moving?
Let's put the...
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Let Carmen grab that as I'm going here. And I could get it here as I look like...
Looks like it's moving east at 40 miles per hour.
Yeah, we're getting reports of tornado debris signature too, possibly.
So it is observed?
Well, no one's seen it. This is just from somebody else indicated.
Radar
We're seeing some
indicated
CC.
at the moment, but this is a very intense rotation, especially when we see this high pixel value here on our Doppler radar, and we do have a tornado warning. Let's put a track on this and actually zoom out so we can get
social media,
the city of Lumpkin in that.
So
Here you go. Here's Lumpkin. Lumpkin is located in the center portion of Stewart County, and here's that track, and not many locations actually picking up. Only Lumpkin, and I don't see the time on that. If we can get rid of that banner, it'd probably show up for us. This actually includes Webster County as well, in the city of Preston and Marion County. Does it go to Webster County? Is that the far reaches of it?
Yeah, it's only giving me Lumpkin here for.
All right.
And how fast is it going, Carmen? What do we
207
have?
for the city
How
of
fast?
Lumpkin. So you have
miles per hour.
roughly,
Yep.
that's maybe 17 minutes for Lumpkin, and it's right here, just south of the Omaha area.
Yeah, let me.
And we're
What road
tracking
is
this
this?
right now.
Is this 280? That can't be 280 from that one. Richland is also showing up at 219.
Okay, and we're doing some social media posting here on this.
So
And-
anywhere between Louisville, am I pronouncing that correctly?
Yeah, you're
Louisville to Lumpkin
yeah.
is where our tornado warning is. So anywhere on this part of US 27 between Lumpkin and Louisville, you need to be in your
Louisville, yeah.
tornado safe spot for this circulation that is just on the western portions of Stewart County, moving off towards the east at about 40 miles per hour. So Richland, safe spot, Randolph, safe spot, Brooklyn in your safe spot, and even if you're in Webster County in Preston, you need to be in your safe spot as well. You can see times on these: 2:08 for the city of Lumpkin, 2:15 for the city of Randall, and 2:19 for the city of Richland. So anybody in these communities need to be in your safe spot. Do we have any updated circulation?
Yeah, let's get you here. Nothing right now.
Well, just here we go. Can we get a new track? It just
Yep,
updated
yeah,
the.
just updated
Yeah, I
that.
just now did it. Yep.
Let's zoom in and get some street locations.
Well, right now they're saying now, yeah, as you just said, it was 82. The Maxwell was reporting that 82 knots outbound from the velocity, and about 9 miles west of Lumpkin, but it's still about probably less than 9 miles from that perspective, as Carmen has on there for you, Cody.
All right,
So
here's
that-
a new
yeah.
track you can see
Yeah.
from just to
Yeah, I gotta
this
redo
edge of the
this.
circulation. So the city of Lumpkin, roughly around 2 o'clock in the morning. So it has sped up from our last data for that track that we just gave you earlier. So 2 o'clock for Lumpkin, 2:06 for the city of Randall, and 2:10 for the city of Richland, which is just on the eastern portions of Stewart County around the Webster County line. Here's that track. You can see it really spun up and had that really tight circulation, kind of broad at the moment, not as bright, but we do see that inbound velocity right here, the outbound velocity right here, and that is approaching the city of Lumpkin. So if you're in Lumpkin on US 27 between Louisville and Lumpkin, need to be in your safe, tornado safe place, which is an interior room. If you don't have a basement, that is preferably the best place. If not, an interior room or a bathroom. And this also includes extreme portions of Marion County as well, because that probably tripped your NOAA weather radio as well and
Yeah.
woke you up in places like Buena Vista, but you are not in the tornado warning. This is extreme southern portions of Marion County and also northern portions of Preston around 280 that stretches back towards Plains and goes off towards Americus. But here's that circulation once again, southeast of Omaha now and just to the west of Lumpkin. Right here is where that circulation is. And anything on correlation coefficient?
Yeah, let me check for
She's
you.
going to be on there. And we're doing some social media push just to let Cody know if you are in the Lumpkin area, as Cody's saying, about 5 minutes after Richland, we're talking about 16 minutes after the hour. Preston, about 28 minutes after the hour, potential tornado here. And the best advice right now, getting your safe spot, as Cody just told you. You can also check out our live stream on your mobile device or Q1073, the Q. If you have to listen to radio to keep you updated, so we want everyone to feel safe, but I don't want you to panic and think, but we want you to be safe and get in your safe spot immediately. We're live streaming on Facebook pages as well and at WRBL.com.
Also, one thing to note, we are really high on the level, the radar beam in Stewart County as well, so we need to take that into consideration too.
Yeah.
Not sure about these two areas right here.
Yeah, it's hard to
Since
believe
is
it
so
would be that
high
intense,
on
yeah.
the radar beam, because the radar shoots directly into the atmosphere and the Earth curves, so we do lose some of the length between the ground and the top of the radar beam the further we get away from the radar.
Yeah, I'm not suspecting that to be a very tiring supercell, but again, it's got some good circulation with it, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
right here is the latest circulation.
Yeah.
City
Okay,
of
no, I
Lumpkin,
did that. Yeah, thank
safe
you.
spot.
Yep.
Here's your cell. You can see it's not that impressive, but it is showing some rotation in Stewart County, especially near just to the north of the city of Lumpkin. So Richland, safe spot. Preston,
Are you
you
doing that?
might
We
as well
come over,
want
I'll
to
get a
go
little
ahead and
closer.
get your tornado precautions ahead of time in case this tornado does tighten up and move into Webster County.
Okay, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to get you some street level here, Cody. As soon as I can here, let's go back over to this. Go back to, let's go to velocity here real quick.
Yeah.
And so you got, 0.5 degrees here, and you got Fort Rucker, we got Maxwell. Let's see, we got
This is
Maxwell
still
here.
moving at 30 miles per hour.
Yeah, it's still
so,
moving pretty fast here. Let's see. There it is right there. So let's
that
see what
one's
we
still
can.
40, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to see how close we can get down. That's a Canyon Road area. If you're on the Canyon
go.
Road area,
Yeah.
Lane Road, right along Canyon Road here, and that's just to the north and to the west of Highway 27 on Canyon Road. To the west of it here where it connects into Georgia 39 connector. You definitely want to use some safety techniques now and get into your safe shelter. This is coming towards Lumpkin, Georgia right now. Our track, as Cody was just pointing out,
Right here,
is moving
City of
off.
Lumpkin.
Yeah.
Let's also give our Barber County residents an update as well, because they're still under that tornado
Yeah, they
warning.
still are. It looks like it's getting a little bit smaller.
Yeah,
if you
okay.
go down to
Yeah, go ahead. I'll go back over there.
So
We'll
here we
hold
go,
the camera.
Lumpkin. You can see probably in the next 5 minutes or so, this storm will be on you. But this circulation down here, there is some weak rotation just right here north of Alabama 131, south of Cottonton, just to the northeast of Oatstown, just to the north of Baker Hill as well. So I believe that was Therese.
Therese, as you were talking about? Yeah.
Therese and White Oak. We still do
Yeah.
have a circulation right here in southern Barber County. This goes until 1:30 Central Time, so still about 30 minutes left on that warning
And that's
as well.
south of Eufaula. So Eufaula residents, you are okay right now. We don't want you to, you're good right now.
But let's get
Eufaula.
back up to our Stewart County storm. It has the
Haven't had much reports, not much chat on this right now, not much chatter, but that's it. We had some folks on here, but yeah, you're doing good.
yeah, here's that rotation. You can see still evident of rotation in Stewart County. Not as strong as it was earlier, but we still are getting that bright pixel, probably still high in the atmosphere. So not sure how low this is to the ground because the radar beam does not reach that far since we are getting it at a very high angle. But Lumpkin, once again, if you just joined us, Lumpkin 206.
Oh, we got the new track.
A new scan. It looks actually still
Now
getting those
picking-
bright
Yeah.
values here. Lumpkin, take your safe spot now because this is a very tight circulation. It has tightened up, and it also has those brighter pixels indicating very high velocity values right here. Once again, these are outbound velocities and these are inbound velocities, and that is where this circulation is occurring just to the west of US 27 and just to the west of Lumpkin. And you can see it's right on top of Lumpkin. If you are in Lumpkin proper, you need to be seeking your safe spot as well. Richland, go ahead and get in your safe spot too. Preston, if you're in Webster County, might as well go ahead and get those precautions taken care of right now because this is moving off towards the east at about 40 miles per hour and will be in Webster County in the city of Preston in about 23 minutes because we just hit or we're about to hit 2 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. If you've been with us, we've had several tornado warnings throughout the day. Lee County, Russell County, Barber County, all were under tornado warnings earlier today, or earlier this morning rather, but now we are tracking this tornado circulation just around Canyon Road that runs into Lumpkin. You can see the little bypass here on US 27, Georgia 39 connector, Trotman Road. All of these areas need to be in your safe spot as well because this is that circulation. We don't have any confirmation yet still with this, so it's still radar indicated at the moment.
Yeah, we're still looking. We'll keep going. I want to ask you, Cody, as we're sitting here and Carmen's working with that. This is the back of our green wall. We'll just kind of go this way so you can see what's happening. What is our, we're looking at this. We had 1, 2, 3. We had the whole line come in. We had severe thunderstorm warnings this morning. And with this whole line, what it appeared to be was a lot of gusty winds that came out, or outflow winds. that's triggered some of these gustnados. It looks like
Yeah,
they
we
kinda
had
spun up.
it looked like it was going to be a straight line event, and then we start to get these kinks and bows, and then these circulation just started to spin up off of it. And this is what this actually is right here over in Stewart County that is moving towards the city of Lumpkin. We just get a little kink in the line, and that gives us a little rotation. Most of them earlier this afternoon, especially in Lee County, looked like a comma. If you had the head of the comma, which was the circulation, and then you had the stretching line of it was the straight line wind and damaging winds, plus the tornado in it as well. But we only have the circulation on this one from the storm that is embedded in this line that is continuing to move through the Chattahoochee Valley. But right now, Canyon Road moving into Lumpkin, Richland, Randall. Let's get tighter into this area and see if there's any communities here. If you are east of Lumpkin, you need to be in your safe spot as well. This is U.S. Highway, Georgia 27 rather, County Road 56, Liberty Street. Let's keep going and for communities that way. That is Westbrook Road. What's this road down here? Holder Road.
Holder Road, yeah.
So all these communities on Georgia 27, if you live on Georgia 27 or know somebody who lives on Georgia 27, take your tornado precautions. We do have a tornado warning till 2:30, is that correct?
Yep.
Yes, yes.
2:30 for Marion, Stewart, and Webster. Once again, Marion County is extreme southern Marion County, and I believe this circulation should miss Marion County altogether. Let's widen back out and get a wider view of this. And we're still waiting on the next velocity scan for this to update to get a more accurate. So this is 2 minutes old, so probably this is already approaching the city of Lumpkin and already over the top of Lumpkin by our scan, because this is 2 minutes old, so this is old data we're looking at. So this is already on top of Lumpkin at the moment, and we put this in motion. I'll step out here. You can see the circulation spun up just as it crossed the Chattahoochee River from Russell County into Stewart County, and now we're tracking this just to or right on top of Lumpkin. So if you're in Lumpkin, tornado precaution, lowest level of your home, interior room, bathroom. If you have helmets for the little kids, put that on. That'll give them a little extra safety as this tornado continues to
Heck with the little kids, for everybody.
to move east.
Get that helmet on, everybody, that's for sure.
Here we go. Preston also, Richland, but right now this is on top of the Lumpkin community. This is Georgia 27. What is this road right here from, let's go back east. More. Keep going. What is that road? That is Georgia 520. So anywhere, if you live on Georgia 520 as well, Georgia 27, if these roads are familiar with you, you need to be in your safe spot. County Road 83, Dairy Road right there. All these communities in Randall, or all these roads in Randall, if you know them, you need to be in your safe spot as well.
People are loving it, Cody. Cody, you're doing a good job. And,
All right, let's
Carmen's
widen
saying
back
looks
out.
Good.
Yep.
Go back up this way.
Still waiting on that update. Let's check our Barber County storm and see if that rotation is still with us here.
Yeah, it's still with us, northeast of Baker Hill.
So this, if you are in northern Clay County, no warning yet, but be mindful of this circulation. We could get a warning to extend for you all down there in Rick's Place. This is just northern Clay County, but
It looks like
actually we have a new velocity scan right now,
we'll
and
go
it
back.
actually looks like it's kind of broadened out and
See.
weakened a
Yeah,
little
it
bit.
has, yeah.
Also, the tornado warning you just saw shrunk a little and updated as well. Let's widen back out. Here we go. Circulation just right over Lumpkin, Richland. Safe spot as well. Even though this circulation has seemed to weaken, we also need to be mindful that it could re-strengthen as it moves off towards the east at about 40 miles per hour here. We still have that tornado warning for Marion County, but I believe it should ride just right here, just south of Richland and into Webster County.
I'm going to ask I don't know if our producer, I'll give this to Cody here for a second. Have we had any more reports of power outages confirmed at all? Okay, what do we have? South Columbus, and what else do we have in there, guys?
Yeah, there's a more too.
Lee Road 240, some damage report there too. And that's where we had that tornado warning earlier that we're looking at. So that's something that we are going to have to experience tomorrow morning. Some trees near Beauregard as well. Now that you're fine now. So anybody watching here at 1 o'clock in the morning Central Time around Lee County. Lee County, you're in a clear. We have our producer Diana Salvatore too. She's checking in with us as well, and she saying, giving some shout outs to Cody here, doing a good job, and Carmen.
There was a TDS.
And the good news is anybody across East Central Alabama, you're fine now, except down outside of Eufaula now, you're doing good. Everything's moving into Georgia. That tornado warning will be expiring any moment now. That's coming out of Barber County. Also looking at that circulation, not looking too impressive here, as the last scans have indicated. In Lumpkin, though, in Richland, certainly a lot of winds, but this is actually south of Lumpkin is where we're looking at that potential tornado warning. And again, it's just been just to the west of 27. So it's the reason why Carmen has it like this. She wants to let us know that County Road 84, just south of Randall, the Kimbrough area, and right around 280, this is south here in Stewart County. Want to make sure that everybody knows to certainly maybe get into a little safe spot here if there could be some winds or damaging winds from the spin-up rotating cell or tornado, as we were indicated here on the radar. It seems like it's still got some circulation to it. We hate to use the word impressive because nothing's impressive with this, generally speaking, but when it comes to radar, so we understand, the Preston area would still be a good idea coming up within the next 20 minutes. It's 7 minutes after the hour local time, around 27 minutes after, to get in your safe spot. Kimbrough would be the same thing too. Again, all south of Randall, south of Lumpkin. Lumpkin area, though, you could be experiencing some wind, significant wind here. We do have reports around Sanford Road. We said Beauregard, some power outages, possibly some trees down too. If you're in the areas of Lee County, Russell counties, where we had those tornado warnings earlier this morning, please do not go outside. I got to stress this because if there's any trees on power lines, it puts you at a serious risk here. We don't want anybody to be injured. We want you to be safe. We always want to see pictures now. We'll take your reports if you have something going on, but let the professionals get out there. When the light comes up tomorrow, there's going to be no doubt with a windy day, can make it even more troubling because wind, after these trees have been stressed through this whole line of showers and storms that produced isolated tornadoes this morning, could actually create more of a hazard. So that would even include folks here in Stewart County as well. Even Muskogee County had some strong thunderstorms in South Muskogee County. East Muskogee County had severe weather. And even some damage reported from the thunderstorms that weren't severe. It doesn't take severe to have damage. That was up in Harris County tonight as well. There's been some reports of some minor damage to some satellite dishes, etc. The Marion, Stewart, Webster County tornado warning, albeit it's starting to lose characteristics, is what Cody is pointing out, and Carmen, not seeing the broad circulation, but seeing more or less what we see some winds now, the threat of some maybe damaging winds with this, with some weak rotation. Thunderstorms do rotate by nature. They rotate enough. They do produce, in this case, isolated tornadoes that spin up ahead of the line. And I believe even around Preston, and it looks like you're going to be okay, but just be mindful of this. Do you need to get into a safe spot? I would be sitting there right now and just waiting. We don't want to jump ahead into Sumter County because it appears it may weaken. Sumter County residents, we're talking western portions, which would include plains. Just be mindful of the storm as it continues to move eastward. And as it does move eastward, it has the potential threat of some damaging winds as it rotates here a little bit out. Richland has some heavy rain and some thunderstorms, as you can see. The one thing with this system, albeit that we weren't expecting these isolated tornadoes to come up, it's impossible sometimes to forecast this, but the line itself timed out over the last 3 days. The timing of the system has been right on the money, despite the fact you can't be able to determine that, even a day out, sometimes hours out, that you're going to have isolated tornadoes. It's impossible. Interesting here, though, the front looks like, guys, look at this. From Thomaston, it kind of broadens out here off to the west, and it takes a sharp little west turn here south of Tuskegee. So, and I'm assuming the back edge of that's frontal induced right there. I'm not looking at anything synoptic, but it may even be just to the northwest of that possibly. But you could see the nature of how that front is leaning back here, and then you're getting a little bit of shear ahead of that as well. So I think what happened here tonight, a couple of things that we learned about this, is that as this line came in, gust front comes out. We had some gustnadoes and these weak spin-up tornadoes, and we're not on that right now. So if you're in Stewart County, Preston area, still be understanding, be in a safe spot right now. But we're not seeing anything that's looking like a tornado still at this time. But the warning still remains because we want to make sure that the circulation is completely lost and gone. But if you're Preston, Richland, south of that area, not quite plains yet, but just understand that this area of circulation, it looks like it's almost ready just to, it's still got some wind with that, but eventually it's just going to kind of like peter out here. I don't even see anything even if you got closer there. I need my glasses here. Yeah, it's not much with that at all right now. But again, not taking it light. County Road 84 too. There could be some wind. It won't take much wind too. With all that rain, we've had excess rain back at the end of last year and coming into the area this season was enough to really stress out, especially a lot of roots that are pretty close to the ground, especially a lot of pines are one of the first things that would topple over. It looks like here we're at Maxwell radar right now that Carmen has up here, level 2, and we're scanning this area, which is air movement in and away from that radar site. And at the angle of it, though, it's doing well in terms of seeing the circulation in this area with this particular storm or line of it. Lightning data, is it on, Carmen, here?
Got it.
There it is. There she is. Yeah, I just want to make sure. I was going to say there's got to be a thunderstorm in this little booger here with the circulation. But so we got some thunder over the last 30 minutes. Not terribly impressive. There you go. There's the radar. Heavy rain northeast of Lumpkin and Richland. This is the potential circulating thunderstorm with some damaging winds right now is what I'll call it. I'm not going to say it's a tornado on the ground or anything at this time. Preston, there's probably going to be some good thunderstorm winds headed your way with a potential of some circulation or a weak tornado at this juncture. It was, now again, these were confirmed for a brief time, and by nature of this last one, although it wasn't very long-lived, it probably was something more in line with something that actually was outflowed out and was a spin-up. And Marion, Stewart, and Webster counties continue. So we're saying the next 20 minutes that this warning will continue, which I think is safe to say that as it continues to make sure that this thunderstorm is not circulating. And it hasn't yet for the last, how many minutes they say since you're up here, Cody? About 10 minutes, Carmen? 10 minutes-ish?
Yeah, I would say
15. So that's a good sign.
At least 10, yeah.
So at least the last 10 minutes, we haven't had any indication it's a tornado anymore. But tonight has been one of marvel here because every time you think one's ending, there's another one popping up along the line. But it's interesting because that front is still draped off to the west-northwest as it's starting to kind of kink down here. And there was a little bit of strong southerly winds ahead of this. And never got in a buff kit or anything tonight like that, which would have been a good night to just kind of check it. But obviously there's shear. Yeah, and it's expired down in Barber County. So that's why we stayed off of Barber County. So residents in Eufaula, Omaha, Florence Bay Marina, you guys can just you know, if you want to curl in bed here a little bit, maybe just keep our live stream on your app. That's fine. You can also keep Q107.3 on, but at this point, Q107 on the Q will be probably within the next 10, 15 minutes. We may tell our radio partners that they can probably sign off, but at this point I want them to still stay on until we're good with this coming through here for our southeast counties. We don't leave anybody out. Butler here, Buena Vista, you're looking good. So folks in Buena Vista, you still got some thunderstorm activity coming out of Muskogee County and Chattahoochee County. A lot of this is coming over the Fort Benning areas here, and there's a lot of housing on posts there too, so a lot of our residents there, we want to make sure that they're doing okay. Here's Highway 27. There's Richland. This is where this potential circulating thunderstorm is. As Carmen has it on radar, I believe, Cody, you still are good with, you're just checking things out. You got
I'm just responding to social media.
Oh, good. No, thank you. And Cody will take some questions. Carmen's posting. We're all doing a good job, this team. More or less giving Kurt a more fresh start. He'll be our fresh gas coming in here with the morning show. He'll be here within the next hour or so, and Kurt will take over. And I think at that point we'll be fine by himself. But for as far as everything else here, guys, we're going to stay here with you this morning. You're watching live coverage continuing at WRBL, Q107.3, WRBL radar app, WRBL news app, live stream at WRBL.com. Also, again, on Facebook, Chief Meteorologist Bob Jeswald, shameless plug here, but that's where we have the live Facebook stream. And keeping everyone safe. I know the residents that are in our northwest counties of Columbus, there's a front. Carmen just did Synoptic Meteorology 101 for us. Thank you, Carmen. I've been trying to figure out the nature of the front. Interesting, we knew it was tilted like this, but look at then you have some outflow then coming down this way, intersecting with this first line of the outflow line that created the gust front. Wow. So, so I'm fooled a little bit here, too. I was thinking the front might have been kinked around almost this way, but see how I can throw you a curveball here. But we have to look at wind speeds. And by the way, temperatures aren't varying much with this, so we know it's more of a wind and a wind shear event. And temperatures won't cool until the second front. This is the first front coming through. The passage of the second one coming in Friday morning could bring another round of showers and maybe a few isolated storms in our northern counties tomorrow morning at this time. We're going to go through this again, but I don't see this being severe. But then again, stay with us, because every time we think this, something will happen. But it doesn't look like that kind of setup. But we could see some thunderstorms tomorrow morning, almost identical time. Not as impressive as this. I don't see the setup nearly like this, because it's a fast-moving, what we say, type clipper, and it's going to have a lot of cold air with it. So Friday's going to be something else. Good, it's gone.
No
you get a
warning.
thumbs up.
Yeah.
So I think at this point, so we're not beating this ad nauseum here, we're still kind of, if we have to come on, I want everyone to, in Ellaville, Richland, Cuthbert, I'm not saying just chill out, but just understand there could be still some strong, significant winds up to 40 to 45 miles an hour with these thunderstorms, and they've been rather weak. So we're seeing weakening across for Plains. Good morning to you if you're in Plains in Americus. Ellaville, good morning on Highway 19 here, intersecting southeast of Richland. You're looking good. Preston, you're good now. Cuthbert and Randolph County, Fort Gaines, these thunderstorms are to your north and just to your west, so you'll get around to some strong winds here, but nothing severe at this time. We're going to sign off now, but we're going to stay live streaming at WRBL.com. At this time, Q1073, Q, we appreciate you. I don't see any reason for them to be staying on right now, too, because it costs money, everybody. We're doing stuff, and they've been wonderful, our media partners. So thank you for that, and thanks for tuning into the Q and WRBL.com. We'll continue that kind of streaming, and there you have it. So, folks, have a good morning. Meteorologist Kurt Schmitz will be in the next couple of hours. He'll be live, in other words, to keep you updated on the morning show. Meteorologist Carmen Rose will just kind of chill out the next couple of days and take a break, and she'll have her weekend events coming up and tell you what you can expect. The weekend is looking great, by the way. Cooler. You're going to need your jackets behind the second part of the system, which will be coming in tomorrow morning. Okay? So today, we'll be looking at temperatures still in the low 70s, maybe 74 if we get a few warmer areas. But the winds are going to be more westerly. The air mass isn't cooling enough. We'll give you these current temperatures now. As you can see with this front, gust front, and the actual system still had that mild air 60s, but some 50s. So it's still a mild air mass behind it. It was driven primarily because of the wind shear that we had. So there you have it. Showers and thunderstorms moving south and east right now. It is 18 minutes after the hour Central Time, and of course Eastern Time, but 1 o'clock 18, 1:18 Central, and 2:18 Eastern. Have yourself a good morning. See us here on the morning show. We'll update you on the morning show for any updates on power outages. Perhaps there could be some delays somewhere. We'll let you know. And we could crawl at the bottom of your screen. And, of course, we'll be busy here on our morning show on News 3. Social media, if you have any questions, we're with you live. You can check us out. And we'll see you tomorrow. Again, hopefully not cutting in with severe weather. It looks like just some showers tomorrow morning. Good morning.
This is a News 3 First Alert weather update.
Severe back here near Union Springs, but there's some winds with that too. You could see some outflow winds with this too, outflow boundaries. And that's not even, that's level 2 radar. So yeah, I think we got some outflow winds from these thunderstorms. It's been kind of a very, gosh, like a late spring, sometimes a summer pattern reminds me of, but of course you wouldn't have a cold front like this, but just keep an eye on it. Nothing severe right now, everybody. That is on our live stream. On this live stream, and if you're at WRBL, we're doing okay. And they're giving me more time here. I'm surprised. I've been on for over an hour. I guess Facebook gives us a little more time, too. Thank you, Dave Arwood. Dave Arwood, Cody did a really well on camera. Thank you. Good job.
Good job, Cody.
Yeah, good job. Carmen and I are proud of you. Good job, man. My team, I'm real proud of this team. We got the best team in town. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Nighty-night, Dave Arwood. There you go. He's the same night. And Carmen working hard. And technically, she's on her day off right now, and she's in here. So that's the kind of dedication and passion we have here at the First Alert Weather Team. And Jack Patterson, nice job, along with Chris Gates, Eddie, too.
Just wanted to show you that, man.
Miranda says, yes, it's gone. The yard is a mess, but I'm just, okay, yeah, we need to look at it. What'd you say here? Tornado literally came through our yard. Trampoline is down the street. Yeah, that's it. She's in that area.
That's Ladonia.
Ladonia didn't really have a tornado. I think it was more south of Crawford. I guess it could have been Ladonia. That was it. That tornado warning was south of there. It was more. It was east of Hughley Road. She may have been clipped on the winds of that, but that tornado didn't go. Well, Ladonia's south though. It's kind of south of that Sanford Road.
It's like right on 80. It's like
Then you know what? There was a tornado warning. We're tracking that.
It's right on 80. It's not far from.
Could you give me what's her name in that?
It's from the neighborhood watcher.
Could you text her and tell her to?
I'm not friend with her.
Doesn't matter. Just message her. Could you? Or what's her name? Go.
Yeah, no, it's not even that.
She might be a friend of mine on here, but we'll get to her because we need to go out there tomorrow. So tomorrow, well, I'll write up some stuff here and let people know where to go. Thank you. Appreciate it. And everybody at home, be careful in the morning if you're watching us right now. If there's any damage in that, just be careful. You know what to do.
Are we still live streaming?
Yeah, we're still live streaming.
So.
And Carmen's doing some stuff here. Now, we got some reports here. It's funny how they just stopped it. And I guess the Weather Service is taking a little chill break here. Okay. Yeah, nothing else. It looks like Auburn had some wind damage, power outages with tree limbs down. And let me just, I'm going to go ahead. So folks that I'm live streaming here, I'm going to say goodnight with you right now, and I'm sorry. You can go to social media. We'll keep you updated. I need my phone to do some things here real quick. And you guys have a good morning. Thank you for the 12 viewers that are out there. You guys are safe. Just get to sleep and have a good morning. We appreciate you trusting News 3. You have a good morning.
News 3 this morning.
Do you know what happened? Our CBOC just Okay.
Is that the wall we standing by?
I'll try to get a... Sorry, guys, you're able to...
Bye, Bob.
Okay, sorry.
Bye.
Good morning, Chief Meteorologist Bob Jiswell back with the First Alert Weather Team. We're still back in action here as this line continues to move through. If you're in Sutton's Corner, just north of Zito. Now, this is right on the border here. We start looking at Clay and Randolph counties as it comes into this kind of trifecta of counties here. Sutton's Corner being up in that northeast portion of that. In the Moy area around 252 should be seeking shelter immediately. This does have some rotation. Again, here we are seeing it kind of pick up. This is from that same line of showers and storms we're looking at earlier. So we're back again here in Randolph County, Clay, and Calhoun. So what we're looking at is this continues to drift south and east. We need to get in our safe spot. This would be south of Carnegie. These are areas that most people right now are probably seeing the most populated areas around Sutton Corner and should be actually, let's see what direction it's moving in. If we could do our own time analysis, I always like those better. But where this circulation continues, it is south and east of this area here. So we continue to watch this line in the extreme southwest corner. We open it up here, and it's going to continue to drift south and east. And we'll pull it all the way out here. So here's Morgan, Edison, areas of folks know where that is. I've been actually down there in the Dickey area, which would be about 3 o'clock. This is all Eastern time. We're talking about within the next 20 minutes to 19 minutes or so. Sutton's Corner, though, is going to be within the next 5 minutes, and we'll take that one closer because there is actually the center of circulation. Sutton's Corner is right here in the northeast part of the county. And we're going to look at correlation coefficient now as meteorologist Carmen Rose and Cody Nickel are kind of doing some analysis here. We're not seeing anything really at this point. It doesn't mean that it could be Doppler indicated. We don't have anything confirmed on a tornado debris signature, but we want to take it seriously because tonight we've been seeing evidence of that. We've had damage with these type of isolated tornadoes spinning up ahead of the line of showers and storms. So Sutton's Corner, pardon me, continues to be an area that we want everyone to certainly seek shelter immediately. You're okay in the Zeto area, and again, this is going into the areas of where 27 intersects the Sutton's Corner here, right off of 319. And Coleman, you're fine too, even though it's in part of your county, because it's starting in the western southwest corner of areas here when we get out of areas of Calhoun, but we get into Clay and Randolph counties here as it continues to drift south and east. And this is in our News 3 viewing area. And again, this is even though the southwest corner here, it is going to continue going down Sutton's Corner. I'll let Cody and Carmen, if you go ahead, you guys tell me what you have on any of that analysis here. I'm going to try to get us streaming up here.
We're tracking this tornado that's just in the extreme south western corner of Randolph County, just to the southwest of Coleman, is where this circulation is located at the moment. No indications of anything confirmed on the ground with this, and this is coming off of the Fort Rucker radar in Dothan, so we're getting a really good view of this and a really good indication of low-level rotation. We see that here just in the extreme southwest corner of Randolph County. Again, no confirmation that it's on the ground, and this is moving off towards the east at about 35 miles per hour. Not a highly populated area here, but we do have some homes in this vicinity, and here's a track that'll put on it. About time is about 30 minutes here, the end of the cone at 35 miles per hour. You see Sutton's Corner at about 2:49, Moy at 2:56. At the top of the hour for Edison at 3 o'clock, and then the Dickey community about 3:08 in the morning. And this is all for Calhoun, Clay, and Randolph County until 3 in the morning. And this is for a tornado that is radar indicated just in the southwest corner of Randolph County. This does not include Cuthbert or Shellman or Coleman. This is extreme southern southeastern Randolph County, includes Clay County as well. You see US 27 and Georgia 37 here is the crossroads in Clay County, and this this tornado will be eventually moving into that vicinity in Clay County, as this tornado still has a pretty good indication on velocity. Have not seen anything in the correlation coefficient here. Actually, we do have now a confirmed tornado located 8 miles northwest of Edison or 10 miles south of Cuthbert, and this is in the crossing the county line of Randolph and Clay County, as you see it by that green blob on correlation coefficient. Let me step up here on the wall. You see this is the confirmation that we have a tornado throwing debris up in the atmosphere just to the northwest of Sutton's Corner, right here on the county line of Clay County and Randolph County. Here we go, have some roads. US 27, County Road 41, what is that, County Road?
There's 27, it's Highway 27, County Road 153, and that's at, it's Velula Church Road, Velula Church Road is what people are seeing it just to the southwest of that area right there.
Even here in Calhoun County, we technically don't cover Calhoun County, but if you can see us in the community of Moy, you need to be in your safe shelter as well. Very good indication of our debris signature here with those very bright pixels here in Clay and Randolph County. Sutton's Corner, Georgia 37. If you are north of Georgia 37 in Clay County, you need to be in your safe spot as well. If you are in extreme southern Randolph County, safe spot as well, and even Calhoun County, which is right here in the city of Moy. Here's the velocity. You can see we do have a very good indication of some rotation here in the extreme southern viewing area of the News 3 viewing area here. So Sutton's Corner is the main area in the line of this tornado. US 27 that goes to Cuthbert. Coleman, you are out of the tornado warning. Carnegie, you're out of the tornado warning. So the main areas are Sutton's Corner and the community of Moy in Calhoun County. Edison is technically in the warning down here on Georgia, Georgia 216. That goes up into the community of Moy. So if you are on 216 and can hear us in Calhoun County, you need to be in your tornado safe spot, as well as Georgia 37 that goes back up into Sutton's Corner. So all these areas, Clay County, Randolph County, and even Calhoun County need to be in your tornado safe spot, because for this circulation, and this goes until 3, is that correct?
Looks like it. Let me get that back.
Tornado warning goes until 3, so we have about 15 minutes left on this warning. This, I believe, the latest velocity scan here, but it is starting to get old, so we are looking at old data as it approaches US 27. If you live on US 27 in Randolph County, going to Sutton's Corner, it should be right on top of you. If you live on Georgia 37 that goes down to Edison in Calhoun County, you also need to be in your safe spot as well, because we do have indication of a confirmed tornado that is on the ground, and we've had several of these early this morning that we've had debris signatures. We call them a TDS. It's a tornadic debris signature that indicates that there is a tornado on the ground producing damage, and this correlation coefficient right here tells us that without somebody having to be on the ground observing it on the ground. We have dual pole technology here, and this is what we are confirming this tornado right here at the county line of Clay and Randolph County, just before US 27, stretching from Sutton's Corner back up to the city of Cuthbert.
Very good. And here we go again. It's a very similar setup. Cody and Carmen have been talking about this tonight, where this is the last portion and the back edge of the system here, and perhaps getting a little bit more of a jump start from the actual outflow winds from another area of outflow ahead of the front, which is farther north. And that one's come down pretty quick, and it almost gives it like a little push, and more outflow from that created a spin up, rotating, or a gustnado. These gust fronts are producing these isolated tornadoes tonight, which we've been seeing all along. And some of them I've already proved to, at least we know, reports of damage with these. And again, in addition to that, the heavy rain and even the fact that we've had some isolated severe thunderstorms too, with damaging winds, and non-severe thunderstorm winds that produce the same. This has been a pretty extensive line, pretty broad, and impacted a good chunk of the News 3 viewing area last night before midnight and local time and this morning. And as Cody pointed out, the areas that he's looking at here coming out of areas of Randolph County and Clay, as you can see, north of Fort Gaines and west. Fort Gaines, you're okay, but here it is. We're seeing some rotation. This is our velocity, and this is measuring some of that wind. And we get a good idea at inspection of if the winds are coming in and around and wrapping away from the radar and coming towards the radar, and if we could see any signatures with that. And you know, these aren't your typical big, impressive ones we see with some big events, but this system here is pretty interesting the way everything's is headed right now. So good morning, Marlene Holton. She's with us this morning on our social media live stream. We're also live at WRBL.com. Cody, you know, with this, you know, if you're looking at this too, again, all night we've been seeing this kind of nature with these, and they almost appear to be very similar. They look similar the way they are kind of developing off this main line.
That's correct. Let's go back to reflectivity here, and we can show that by the little notch right here. You can see it's all is in association with a line, and then we get these little kinks in it, and this is what that circulation that little kink starts to rotate, and this is where we get those tornadoes and those gust fronts. And we got an update. Let's actually check the velocity and see if we have an update on it. It's still
back, it's still back on the back
So
end.
we'll wait a few minutes for the new update to come in, but I assume this circulation right here is probably already in to the north western portions of Calhoun County over the city of Moy, and probably approaching Edison as well as this moves to Georgia 216.
Oh, looks like it's right.
Yeah, and as soon as we get,
there we
it's
go.
right
There's
there.
the new velocity.
So we're starting, that was good. And it looks like it's a little bit farther north, and in our southern portion of our county of Randolph County. It's like right along the county line there, folks that are on the county line area, around the Moy. It's just south of there on 216. We do get we'll get some viewers down that area. And again, as Cody just pointed out, and Carmen, you can see that there is a little rotation with this, and we're seeing this kind of holding up here a little bit and riding right along the county line between Calhoun and Randolph counties. And that could continue at least for the next 10 minutes this morning. But again, it's moving along here, and it's going to continue to move east. I wonder if it may even pick up out of that polygon northeast, but we'll take it where Carmen has. I guess that's probably a good analysis. Just kind of figure those scans. And there's, if people may know, south of Aycock Mill, these areas here south of Georgia 41 down to 37. This is all north of Dickey and Morgan, and eventually goes over towards Cordray's Mill till about 310, that storm system. And again, we've seen, I don't think we've seen any correlation coefficient, but we did see some other stuff in there.
We saw that confirmed when it was over here.
When it's back a little bit.
Right here. I don't know if we have a new one. There we go. There's that debris signature.
Like
And you can see they have dropped the tornado warning for Randolph and Clay County. Now it's solely in Calhoun County. For the city of Moy, Edison. Mainly if you're in northern Calhoun County. We technically don't cover this, but some people do pick us up down in Calhoun County. So if you're in northern Calhoun County, north of Georgia 37, this is where that circulation is, and it will continue to move east at about 35 miles per hour. So it's mainly out of Randolph County now. The warning has been allowed to drop out of Randolph County and Clay County, and it actually Terrell County is actually out of our viewing area as well. But here's that circulation. You can see Georgia 216, northern portions of Calhoun County need to be in your tornado safe spot.
Yeah, very good. Very good. I'm going to do that. So I think at this time too, and it continues to move in that area, and it still has it has the whole county, but we're right on the county line of Randolph, southern Randolph County. Continues down in this area, the remainder of that storm. And then I look at that energy behind it, but it doesn't have the same characteristics, but it makes you wonder if any of that's going to start triggering maybe a little bit of a gust front and maybe some kind of rotation on there, you get the kinks. But this is it's not as linear as this line was here. So we're starting to lose the kind of that northeast and southwest orientation we had with the main line. as Cody pointed out, these little gust fronts and these little kinks that would ripple right along it, and then you get these isolated tornadoes, which has been happening all late evening and early morning. And here we are 3 in the morning coming out of Randolph County, and it's kind of just clipping Randolph. So if you're watching in Cuthbert, you're okay. We're talking cities, like Edison and Morgan, which are down in the Calhoun County area this morning. So we're going to probably leave this one again. Not many folks on cable here, but just some points of interest for southern Randolph County. If you hear the sirens going off and you're in Cuthbert right now, you guys are okay. This is all south of you in Cuthbert. We want you to be know that you're safe assured. If you want to just kind of shut the TV off, go back to bed, or whatever you got to do if you got your radios on. But again, this is not completely out of the area just yet, but it continues to drift south and east. These are they could be weak, but they're enough that could certainly cause a little trouble when they hit trees or whatever it may be. So we're going to be talking about some damage analysis tomorrow morning with this whole line as it came in, and certainly this was a wind event today. And again, so good Thursday morning to you. Again, if we need to come back on, we will. It's 53 minutes after the hour, and now this is exiting out of our news reviewing area. And after having, I don't even know how many tornado warnings we had this morning, but 7. We had 7 tornado warnings this morning. It's been a busy morning here. First Alert Weather Team, along with some severe thunderstorm warnings, too, that were in part of previous tornado warnings that were weakening. But bottom line is we're out of Randolph County right now. Southern Randolph County, you're good. It would include areas of Cuthbert. We're talking about areas around Calhoun County, and you guys should be doing okay. And that's where it was earlier. Wow, that looks like it jumped back again. I don't know what happened. The imagery, something's wrong with that. But this tornado warning is a little bit farther east now. Okay, so good morning, everybody. We're going to send it back on News 3 this morning with Christina Prevette. They'll have a wrap-up with you, along with senior meteorologist Kurt Schmitz, who'll have all the latest weather. We'll have a breakdown of what's happened and local power outages in portions of east central Alabama, if you're just joining us. And again, sometimes we get viewers down in Albany, Georgia. So some of you guys may end up, need to stay tuned and maybe check out your local Tallahassee station here for CBS and see what's going on. So good morning to everybody. You can stay with us. We want you to stay with us at WRBL.com, too. Good morning.
This is a News 3 First Alert Weather Update.